Hello guys, how are you? Today I'm gonna talk about asking for information part 2 and this is a listening lesson. Okay, firstly let's start by making a revision, about our previous lesson which was about asking for information and we took some formulas that I can use to ask for information. Okay, now let's match these phrases together. Let's read firstly. Could you tell me? Does the flat? I'm interested. I look forward. I'd like to know. Have Wi-Fi? How far it's from the beach? If it's available then. In renting the apartment to receiving your reply. Now let's match. Could you tell me? Excellent. Could you tell me if it's available then? Number 2 is already answered. Does the flat have Wi-Fi? I'm interested. Excellent. In renting the apartment. I look forward. Great. I look forward to receiving your reply. I'd like to know. Good job. How far it's from the beach. Okay, now let's go back to our lesson. Firstly, let's know what are the objectives of our lesson today. We will learn how to accept and decline a request for information and we will do some exercises. Last time we talked how to ask for information and we talked some formulas that I can use to ask for information. Today we are gonna take how to reply to these requests for information, how to accept and how to refuse. Firstly, let's know how to accept. In an informal situation, you can say when someone asks you to or about information or ask you for information, you can simply say, sure, no problem, let me see. Okay? You can use one of these in an informal situation. But in more formal situation, you can say, I'd be happy to answer that. Or, I should be able to answer your question. It will be a pleasure to help you. Okay? So that's how to accept, to answer a question when someone asks you for information. Okay? Now, how to decline a request for information. How to refuse. If you don't have the answer to a request for information, use one of the phrases below to indicate that you are unable to answer the question. In an informal situation, you can say, sorry, I can't help you out. Sorry, I can't help you out. Sorry, but I don't know that. That's beyond me. Okay? So you can use one of these in an informal situation. Sorry, I can't help you out. Sorry, but I don't know that. That's beyond me. In more formal situation, you can say, I'm afraid I don't have the answer to the question. Or, I'd like to help you. Unfortunately, I don't have that information. Or simply you can say, I don't know. Okay, so now we know how to make or how to reply to a request for information, acceptance, and refusal. Now, this conversation is more complex and formal situation between a man and a business colleague. Okay, let's read it. Excuse me, would you mind answering some questions? I'd be happy to help. I wonder if you could tell me when the project is going to begin. I believe we're beginning the project next month. And who will be responsible for the project? I think Bob Smith is in the charge of the project. Okay, finally, would you mind telling me how much the estimated cost will be? I'm afraid I can't answer that. Perhaps you should speak with my director. Thank you. I thought you might say that. I'll speak to Mr. Andrews. Yes, that will be best for that type of information. Thank you for helping out. Thank you for helping out. My pleasure. Okay, now can you notice how the man asks him or asks the business colleague about or for information, and how the business colleague answer him, okay, or reply to him, as here, as we can say here, could you tell me when? Here the man used a formula of asking for information. Could you tell me when? Okay. Also here, would you mind telling me? Would you mind telling me? Here's also a formula to ask for information. The business colleague here, as you say, I'm afraid I can't answer that. So this is a excellent refusal reply. It's not an acceptance one. I'm afraid I can't answer that. Okay. So now this slide will be a homework. You have to listen to the track, okay, about a woman asking for a tourist information. You have to listen carefully to the track and fill in the gaps. Okay, thank you so much for watching and see you soon.